Hello everybody, welcome back to Electric Tornado. Today we're going to be going over our weather forecast for the United States over the next few days or so. So let's get into it. So firstly, let's go over our severe weather outlook, and then we'll go over our tropical weather outlook. So yeah, first let's start with our day 1 outlook for today, September 22nd, 2025, the first day of fall. So let's get into it. So we have 3 slight risks in effect for the United States and 3 marginal risks in effect for the United States. Let's start with our first 2 slight risks, which are over here in parts of the Midwest and some of the plains. We got a slight risk right here where we can see some severe weather today with strong winds and severe thunderstorms possibly reaching up to 70 miles per hour. Maybe some small hail and even a small chance for an isolated tornado or 2 near Omaha and Lincoln. So we should be staying weather aware if you're in this location inside that yellow. If you're inside the slight risk, which is the yellow down here in southwestern Kansas, northern Oklahoma, make sure to be aware for some severe thunderstorms up to 70 miles per hour. Possibly some small hail and maybe an isolated tornado or 2 will also be a possibility within this area. Includes the bigger cities of Bartlesville, Tulsa, and Wichita for that biggest concern. And then we do get a large green marginal risk expanding around all these slight risks where we could see some severe weather as well, including the bigger cities of Oklahoma City. And then we do also have a marginal risk over here in New Mexico where we could see some severe weather today as well. This is our third slight risk for today, which is over here going through the Ohio Valley into the Kentucky, where we could see some severe weather today as well. There's a low chance to see tornadoes in this area. It's still a possibility though. We could see some severe winds up to 70 miles per hour possible, maybe some small hail, but a low chance. As this storm is going to be tracking this way and could cause some gusty winds within this area, as well as some of these storms could also cause some gusty winds within this area. So if you're inside this slight risk over here, make sure you're staying weather aware, as well as if you're in this level 1 green marginal risk for today as well. Let's check out our day 2 outlook for tomorrow, September 23rd, 2025, where we could actually see some pretty concerning severe weather for that day, where we do have a marginal risk expanding from northern Texas all the way through northern Mississippi into northern Alabama, into literally western Tennessee, western Kentucky, into southern Missouri, into southeastern Kansas, and then into eastern Oklahoma, where we could see some scattered severe weather today. But the main concern will be within this circle, where we could see a chance to see a strong tornado within this area, as we do have a 5% high tornado risk, and we also have this tornado risk going around here. So if you're near Little Rock or anywhere in Arkansas tomorrow, make sure to be staying aware, as well as if you're in Fort Smith in September 23rd, make sure you're also being aware. See, we do have a pretty high chance to see some severe weather within that area on September 23rd. Let's check our day 3 outlook for September 24th, 2025. Where we do have a marginal risk expanding from southern Texas into Louisiana, into Mississippi, into parts of western Alabama, and then into Tennessee and Kentucky, then into southern Indiana. Where this is a marginal risk, they might add a slight risk right here. I wouldn't be surprised if they did, but yeah, so make sure to be staying aware if you're there on September 24th, as we can see some scattered severe weather within the area on September 24th. Now that we got our severe weather outlook down, let's talk about our tropical weather, where we got 2 tropical disturbances in the Atlantic Ocean that we need to be looking at and we need to be concerned of, as they're getting pretty close to the United States, and some of it could affect the United States. The first one, we have a high chance of development. The day 70% high chance, and the day 2 is 20% low chance. It says a shower and thunderstorm activity associated with a tropical wave located about midway between the Lesser Antilles and the Cape Verde Islands have increased since yesterday. Environmental conditions are forecast to become more favorable for development tomorrow, and a tropical depression is likely to form by the middle to that portion of this week, while the system moves northwestward across the central Atlantic. We also got this tropical disturbance right here with a medium chance of development for the day 7, and the day 2, 10% low chance of development, where we can see some development with that. If we go ahead and look at our models, we have our system right down here with just a little bit of rain, but this is expected to possibly become a hurricane pretty soon at this area. Right here is the system that we're watching. This is the system that we're watching. Watch that as it shifts into this tropical disturbance. Watch it. you can see that it goes into the other tropical disturbance and kind of tracks toward the United States. And you can see how close it kind of gets to the United States there. If you really look at it, that's the system right down there. And then it starts, this is pretty far into the future, but we never know. You can see that it's a hurricane right now. This is in the future. It kind of tracks right by Virginia. And then it kind of goes up there towards Rhode Island, and then in parts of northern New England, and kind of affects the area. So that's what could form out of these tropical disturbances. And I also do want to note that we also could see, after all of this goes away, we will have a little bit of a tropical wave right here. And this could turn into a hurricane and possibly affect the United States as well later in the future. And we also have Tropical Storm Narda continuing out here. Well, not expected to affect anyone in the Pacific Ocean. So yeah, now that we got our tropical weather down, let's talk about some of our chances for severe weather over the next 16 days or so. You can see that we do have this little area coming down into the United States. That's going to be the big drivers for severe weather within this location, even in the southern parts of this location. You see, as it moves through, you can see that it kind of starts to go down south in this area within a few days. You can look at that right there. That's the whole trough, and the pretty strong winds are causing the severe weather. Then it kind of just goes off into the United States, and we're probably going to be seeing a ton of rain within this area over the next week or so because of this system right here moving through. And you see this, like, look at all of that yellow. That's the cause of severe weather. And as that goes out, you can see that the chances for severe weather kind of goes away a little bit. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Well, not very cool, but hopefully this thing gets out of the United States pretty soon. And yeah, we do have a possibility to see some rain today in Michigan, scattered storms, and a little bit of scattered storms in Wyoming today as well. Maybe even a little bit in Southern California. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Hey, Lewis, stop missing. Hey!